Hey y'all, it's Jourdan here at the Enrichment Center to do another craft with you today. I hope you are excited. We do have something fun. We are going to make this tea towel and it is stamped with a lemon. So I saw this online and wanted to try it and it was a whole lot of fun. This is one that I made. This is the first time I've ever done it, so I wanted to give it a try before we did it online. So starting with our materials, we have, of course, our towels. We got a 3-pack of towels, these two and the one I already did at Walmart. And one of them is just solid white. This one is white with brown stripes, and the other one also has the brown stripes, and it turned out fine too. So any color will work. Then I've got my lemon. I've got acrylic paint, and then I've also got fabric medium. So this fabric medium we ordered online from Amazon. And when you mix fabric medium with the acrylic paint, it makes it fabric paint that will not wash out once you put it on your towel. So if you have fabric paint, feel free to use that. We didn't have any, so we just bought this. And this goes a long way as well, because I did this whole towel and it doesn't even feel like any's gone. Other than that, we've got just our basic plate to put the paint on, cup of water, paintbrush, and I have a knife to cut my lemon and some paper towels. So if you've got all that, then we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with cutting my lemon, and I'm just going to cut straight down the middle. Hopefully I'll be able to use both halves of this if I cut it straight. You want to try to get it as straight as you can so that it's all flat on your towel. It went through a lot easier than I thought. So you can see we've got our 2 halves here. I'm just going to set one to the side. You can see with the lemon, we're going to try to go in the little grooves and scoop it out a little bit. When I tested this out I did it with a lime and an orange. It just kind of looked like a blob on my towel because it just didn't cut out very well. So I'll show you what I'm doing once I get one out. We just want to be able to see kind of the outline of the lemon. So I'm going to scoop out some of the insides so it makes little holes in there. So I don't know if you can see right there, I'm just scooping out parts of it so that we have that nice strong line there. Let me clean up where I've already dripped. Already making a mess in here. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and cut out all those little parts. What I do is get a little bit with the knife, and then I just use my finger to pull it all the way out, scoop out, clean it up a little bit more, because I want those nice pretty lines. And it's going to take some playing around with it to get the right amount of paint on your lemon and to get how hard you need to press it on the towel right. So I've got some paper towels I'm going to use first. When I paint it, I'll press it on the paper towel first to make sure I've got the right amount of paint and the right amount scooped out here. But when I saw this, I was so excited to try. It's such a fun summery thing to do. Hang it on your stove, wherever you want to hang it. So I've never seen anything stamped with fruits before. So I'm really excited that it turned out the way it did. And I have washed mine, the one that I made with the fabric medium and the acrylic paint mixed together. I did wash it, and so it does hold up like it said. So that was good. So you can see I've scooped out all of the insides, and I'm just gonna, if there's a few stragglers, I'm gonna try to clean those up so I can get those nice pretty lines I was talking about. Okay, so that looks good. I'll put my bag off to the side. I like to just scoop it right into the bag, then I can just throw the whole bag away when I'm finished. Easy cleanup is better. Okay, so when we're mixing I'm gonna start with the green. I'm gonna do 2 different towels just so you can see it. So we're gonna do 1 part fabric medium to 2 parts the paint. Now I'm not measuring anything out, I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. But I'm gonna pour some green paint. You can see I just do a little bit at a time, add more as I go, and then about half of that with the fabric medium. Then we're going to mix it together. And the fabric medium is kind of runny. Again, if you have fabric paint, you don't have to worry about mixing anything. You just use the fabric paint. Just make sure it's nice and mixed together. And this is where I'm gonna stamp onto a paper towel first to make sure I've got the right consistency. So I'm just laying a paper towel out. I'm gonna move my finished one off to the side and get my one I'm actually working on ready. And the cool thing is you can do this in any pattern, anything you wanna do. I'm gonna get a paper towel that I was wiping my hands off with, just try to get some of the juice out of it, just to start, because it is gonna be a little juicy. So just to clean up the lemon a little bit before we get started. Okay. Move my brush out, and I'm just gonna, you can either stamp it right down. Let's get it where you can see. You can either put it right down onto the plate like that, or what I'm gonna do is use my brush and paint around. So I'm just going around the edges, you can see, and then I'm gonna go back and get all the parts that will be touching the towel. So you can see I've just painted, and I'm just gonna practice on my towel. So I need to, you can see, this one didn't stamp as easy as the first one. It just made a circle. So we're gonna have to press down a little bit harder. I'm gonna lay down 2 paper towels so it doesn't go through onto our table. So let me paint again. And this is what I'm talking about. It takes some playing around with to get it right. I'm gonna try to press down harder. So there we go. So that one, you can see, turned out much better. So I know I've got to press down really hard in the middle on this one to get that good solid design. All right, so we'll move that paper towel away, get our towel up here. So it takes lots of paper towels, so get ready to be a little messy. And I'm just gonna do mine in lines down the towel. Again, you can do it however you would like. Make sure my paint is good and mixed up. And I'm gonna go back around and paint. When I did mine before, I did about 2 or 3 stamps each time before I repainted. So I'm gonna start just pressing straight down, pressing in the middle, and go down a little bit again. So you can see this one, I'm probably gonna have to paint every time. It looks a little faded going down, but that's okay too. So I'm gonna get ready to repaint. And like I said earlier, I did see people that did this with a lemon or with a lime and with an orange. I couldn't get it to work out right, but feel free to try that whenever you do yours. So I'm gonna press. And I'm gonna go over, make another row. This will look good too. I'm gonna make it kind of a pattern where it's pressed dark and then light. So we can cover up that little bit we did earlier where it wasn't pressed all the way. Now you can see the importance though of scooping out all those, the inside of the lemon. I'm just trying to keep it in a straight line all the way down. I brought 2 towels, so I'm going to do 2 of them actually. And the next one I'm going to do with multiple colors just to see how that turns out. So but this green looks really good on here. Thought I was going to be able to make it without adding more paint, but I have to mix some more paint when I'm finished with this one. Write that one more row across here. We'll use green again, so it'll be all right. Gonna add some more paint to my plate. Some more fabric medium. Again, 2 parts paint to 1 part fabric medium, and then mix it together. Okay. Got 2 more stamps I can do on this one. So you can see we're really done with this one. It doesn't take long at all. It probably takes longer getting everything out and ready than it does to actually stamp it, depending on your design. But you can see, kind of hard to see the green, but I just stamped them down across, and I like the way it looks with it kind of harder pressed and lighter pressed, making a pattern out of that. So I'm going to move this one off to the side. And since it came in a 3-pack, I'm going to go ahead and use this one as well. This one I'm going to keep folded a little bit tighter, a little smaller there. And I'm going to go ahead and scoop out the other part of my lemon, the other half. So I'm going to do 2 different colors on this one. Let me get my bag. I'm just taking the knife, pushing it up a little bit to where I can go in with my finger and pull them out. This one I think I'm not really going to do in a pattern. I'm just going to kind of place them around the towel, doing multiple colors there. I think that'll look really good. And I guess if you like lemons, you get a little snack while you make this too. I also saw where our lemon is just cut in half. They cut it into 4ths and did it that way, so it looked like slices. So that would be a neat idea as well to try. Since I've already got the other one painted though, I'm just going to leave them in the halves for this one, but maybe we can try again another time and do them in 4ths. Okay, now just cleaning it up. You see, got it scooped out again. Cleaning up the extras around the sides. I'm gonna get my napkin again and clean the juice out of it. It's plenty juicy for sure. It's also easier to see ones that are sticking up once all that juice is out. So when I made mine before, a couple days ago, I let it dry for at least 24 hours before I washed it, just to make sure the paint was good and dry, and then washed it and you saw it. So it didn't look like it had faded any. So that was really good. Okay, so we're gonna move our bag back out of the way. Gonna get that paper towel I was using earlier. And I'm gonna use blue this time. Actually, since I've already got green on my brush, I'm gonna do the green on this one first and then come back and add the blue in, since we've already got the paint out here. So I'm only gonna do a couple on this one since it's folded the way it is. So making sure I get all of it painted. Let's do it over here. Go ahead and repaint it. Probably fit one more on here. So there we go. So you can see this one. I've done the green, and then I'm going to go back on the opposite sides and add some blue. Kind of hard to see the colors on the screen there, but I'm going to rinse out this green off my brush. Get it nice and cleaned out so I can add the blue. If you have two brushes, that'll be easier. Just switch it. I've just got one with me today, so there, making a mess. What I do best. Put me to work washing tables around here if I keep this up. I'll do it over the cup this time. Okay, now we can add in our blue paint. And the fabric medium. Mix those together. You're gonna make sure it's mixed together really well so you don't have any streaks in your color. Since this is such a dark color and the fabric medium is so light. So now I'm gonna get my paper towel back out. The one that I practice on. I'm gonna go ahead and paint my lemon. Make sure it's good and covered. You can see it's painted. Now I'm gonna press just to practice again on my paper towel. So this one I don't have to press nowhere near as hard on this one. So that's good. That's why it's always good to practice. Gonna repaint. Okay. So this blue color looks a lot darker than it did in the bottle, but it's still gonna look good on here. And it'd look really good if you had like some bright summer colors. That would look really good on here. And we got one more that'll fit. Just enough paint. All right. Let's wipe our hands off so I don't get paint all over the towel, and I'll hold it up. And you can see this one, kind of hard to see, but you can see I did blue and green alternating back and forth. But you can see these turned out really well, very, very inexpensive and quick craft to do to decorate for the summer. And you see the two different ones that I did. Again, I would let it dry at least 24 hours before you wash it, just to make sure it's good and dry, and then you're ready to go, ready to decorate and ready to use it. So be sure to be on the lookout for our craft again for July, and I will see you next time. Bye.